Yo, hey, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about the 25x and okay, it's about the 15x for everybody. I assume everybody of you knows what's going on, but I'll give you a quick summary. If you have, we get a new event in the game, progressive chance event, and the chance will go up to 15%, and you can take your own champions like from the pool. But Plarium gives you a pool where you can decide from which one you gotta put in there. For that one is a little bit strange because it has 3 legendaries and you can put 3 legendaries in there. But yeah, and that's how it goes. You put them in there and then you pool by 15% chance first, and then you will pool a legendary. If it's not your 15 chance champion, it will go up to 20%, and then you pull another legendary, it goes up to 25%. My question first about it is like, when you pool a 10x champion, does it go back to 0, or can you just pool over and over and over? But first I wanna, like, I had one day about sleep about it, and I was thinking, what does it actually change for me? Like, I go into the game, I pick my 10x champions, which they kind of give me in front. I cannot take everyone I wanted, like all the champions in the game, and I will put them in there. And will it actually increase my chance to get the champion? Because it kind of highly depends. In the screenshot right here, you see there is one spot open. It's the epic one. So I don't know on the end if you can just put one champion in here, like one legendary champion, and it's all good. Like one non-void and one void champion, and the chances are way better then. But if you've gotta fulfill all those slots in there, it automatically makes your chances a little bit lower because you have more champions to pool and all that. So on the end, I was like curious, like is it gonna change anything? Is it better than the old one, or what are actually my chances? So let's check them out, because I calculated everything. And yeah, I will not like give you, I try to not spread hate or positivity about it, because on the end I want you to make your own decision, because I don't want to influence you. Because first of all, you got a 15% chance, so you gotta do more pools than usually. Like, just imagine you have 600 ancient pools, you gotta go all the time to the mercy and you won't hit it, and then you got your 25% chance, and that's kind of sucky for me. For Wales, that's way better, of course, but it's still not great. And on the end, does your champion 25 chance disappear when you pool your champion? I don't know yet. So let's put a look at the raw numbers. What do we have now? What will we get? What was the old one? And some scenarios. In the first scenario, we are pooling sacreds, and we are assuming you pool all the time a legendary. Really, all the time. So we got 170 legendaries in the mix. It's maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, but I went for 170 just for the sake to make it more easy. In a normal chance, you got 1 out of 170 to get your favorite champion. That's a 0.6% chance that you get your legendary on a normal pool where nothing is going on, that you pool your Valkyrie like I did once. So that was my chance to get my Valkyrie in a non-10x and stuff. Pretty crazy. So let's go to a 10x. A 10x is not like you imagine it sometimes. You think like, okay, that chance right here will just be increased by 10, so you have a 5% chance on a 10x. But that's kind of not the thing, because you get 180 legendaries in the pool. Just imagine a lucky wheel, where you just, instead of having 170 spots, you have 180. And I'm pretty sure they calculated like that. It's not 180, it's 179. Because I think that one champion you get will just be in there 10 times. So actually plus 9, and yeah, but for the sake of easiness, I will just put it on 10 more. So we have 180 legendaries after the 10x. So they are in there in our lucky wheel, and then we have a 10 out of 180 chance to get our desired champions. That's one out of 18 that you get your desired champion. That makes a percentage of 5%. That's what we are rocking right now. Every time there's a 10x right now, you see 5% is your chance to get your desired champion. So imagine you pool 18 sacreds, every of them will be a legendary, and one of those 18 legendaries will be your desired champion. If we just go raw numbers, of course, the reality of it is different. You can pull him 10 times if you're lucky, and you can pull him 0 times if you're unlucky. That's what you get most of the time when you pull on 10x's. So let's go for the new value. We put 15 more champions. That's what we all get from the beginning. So every free-to-play player and everyone has the 15%. Then we have 185 legendaries in our lucky wheel. So that makes 15 out of, let me say it like that, 1.5 out of 18.5 legendaries. That makes a percentage of 8.14%. So our chance from the old one will increase to 8%. That's a fact. But right now we're just looking for one champion. We are imagining that we're just putting one champion in here, a legendary, and it's all good. So that's, you gotta know that one. So let's go for the 20. We put 20, we got 190 legendaries in there. I'm not gonna say all that again. And then we got a 10% chance. So you gotta pool 2 legendaries that you have not desired to get the chance of a 10% that your next one will be your desired champion. And if it will fail again, we are on 25%. I say percent, but 25x. Then we have 195 legendaries in there, and we got 12% that you will actually pull your champion. That's nice. So let's take a look at the old one. Let's imagine we had 100 legendaries. Maybe it was a little bit more, a little bit less. I don't know exactly, so please forgive me. And we put 10 more champions in there, so we got 110. That makes a chance of your desired champion to appear for 9%. That was the old one, where like 2 years ago. And right now we have 9% right here. And if we are going into the reality right now, and we will take the 15% chance right here, it will be even lower than the old ones. So I don't like it too much, to be honest. That's just how it is. So at here, like 2023, we get, if you see the 15 times the 15x, you will have a chance of 8.1%. And 2 years or 3 years ago, you had actually on a 10x chance of 9%. But of course, if you pull more and more and more, your chance will be better, and you got your 12% on the end, and that will be obviously better, but it still can mean you get nothing out of it. So just keep that in mind. And if there's no 2x or something, and yeah, this percentage right here is if you put one legendary in the pool that you are actually trying to get. Let's assume that's the good part. That's the really, really good part, but I don't think it's gonna happen. You want all 3 champions out of that thing right here, and that will be like great, but I don't think there will be ever like 3 champions like Rodus, Duchess, and someone else. I don't know right now. And just let's assume you want all 3 of them. We got a 15% chance that will be starting point from there. And if you want all 3 of them, that's the really juicy part. So we got a 21% chance that one of them will actually appear, because you got 45 of your desired champions in the pool, and the lucky wheel will have 215 slots. That equals that percent. Let's go on a 20%. We got 60 of our desired champions out of 230, and that will give you a nicely 26%. That really looks nice, to be honest. That really is a good thing. And right now I'm doing it on non-voids. Maybe you want to see another video on voids, how good your chances are, and so just let me know. And on a 25% chance, we got 30% that you will get one of your desired champions. Of course, it will be one of those 3, but if all 3 of them are like really good and you want them, that's a really nice number right here. And now we're back on the reality probably that we always will, yeah, you probably see 3 of those champions and 2 of them are just like not really good for you, but you just take them. Right down there you see the confirm button. Right now is not pressable, so I don't know exactly right now if you can just use 1 in there or not. And right there we have our slots free on the epic one. Maybe we can just put 1 in there, maybe not, but let's assume we can just put all 3 in there. We have to put all 3 in them, and you want 1 of them. So on a 15 times we got 7% chance, and that is even worse than your old one and your current one. Like when you just want 1 out of 3, you have a percentage of 7%, and if you want to be if we can just put 1 legendary in there and we go for it, you actually have a 8% chance. So it kind of depends how you can set it up on the end. And if we put 20x, if you just want 1 out of 3, you got an 8.7%, so that naturally is lower than on the top right there, right here. And on the 25x we got 10%, so it's automatically lower, like in here. Wait, where is it? I think it was 12%. Yes, so it's lower like that. If you can just put 1 legendary in there, that would be like the best. If you can just put you gotta put 3 champions in your list, but you only want 1, that's the worst. But if you want all 3 of them, like you desire all 3 of them, that here is actually amazing, even on a 15 times X. So if that appears and you want all 3 of them and you have to put all 3 of them in the list, then it's amazing. If you can just put 1 in there, it's still nice. Like, to be honest, not really. It's just not really, because that percent is lower than that percent, so it's actually worse than 2 years ago. So if you can put 1 in there and you just want 1, it's not even good. If you can put 3 in there but you only want 1, that's even worse. But if you need all 3 of them, and that's the point I want to make in this video, it is not really the best thing in the world. It is better than before, of course. Obviously it goes from 10 to 15 times up to 25, but you gotta pull a bunch of your shards and stuff to actually get there. But if you want all 3 of them, put all 3 of them in the list and you put actually legendary, you got a really high percentage chance to get your desired champion, and that is good. To be honest, that is good, but it kind of depends on the end how many things we can put in there. Okay, to be honest, the only good way to actually use that one, in my opinion, if you need all 3 of them. We do separately another video, probably, I don't know yet. If I get just 30 clicks on here, I'm not gonna do it. It's kind of a little bit of work and stuff, but yeah, I lost my train of thought, so but you kind of know what I mean. So if you need all 3 of them, it's nice. If you need 1 of them, it's not good. If you need 1 out of 3, it's even worse. And yeah. The old number was actually better than the current number if you start on a 15x, if you just want 1 legendary out of there. I don't know what to think about it, but that's gonna be the end of the video. I made my point clear, and yeah, I hope I see you in the next one, and yeah, have a nice day.